Coffee and Beats album review. Michels Affair, 24-Hour Sports. This is the new album from Michels Affair, but before I get into my review, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications, and share this with your loved ones because I'm sure they will all love to hear Coffee and Beats. Now let's get into this intro.
There will be a short delay of flight.
Michels Affair is back and he's out with this new album, new project, 24-Hour Sports. I was basically courtside in the front row seat watching the game.
In a music kind of way.
Leon Michels and the crew is back. This time, blending cinematic soul, psychedelic funk, and vintage sports broadcasting flavor into this seamless groove, and it feels like a soundtrack to a 70s sports documentary that you wish existed. And just give you a little background on Michels Affair if you're not familiar with his music. He is led by the analog mastermind, which is known as his government name, Leon Michels, and known for their deep ties to hip-hop, especially Wu-Tang. The band started dropping heat back in the early 2000s with Sounding Out the City. They gained serious attention with Enter the 37 Chambers, covering Wu classics, and followed with soulful originals like Adult Themes and Yeti Season, personally one of my favorite projects of theirs. And after collaborating with legends like Black Thought with Glorious Game in 2023, which was also a pretty good project, they've now delivered a funky thematic gem, which is 24-Hour Sports. Now, just to highlight some key tracks, Magica gets things started. It has this mystical energy with good grooves. Then you have Oakley's Car Wash, which is a hilarious song title, but the vintage horns in it, the gritty swagger, the pure New York energy in this track. You feel it all the way through. One of my personal favorite tracks off the album, and I'm sure most of you agree, this is a match made in heaven. And I experienced that last year with her project, and that is Clairo, featuring on the track Anticipate, which brings back that familiar sound that they left off with in her previous album, Charm. And it's smooth, it's sultry, and it's perfectly well arranged. Clairo and Michels Affair, when you hear her voice over his production, it is just airy, it's gloomy, it has such a warmth to it, and I just really appreciate this collaboration, one of the best collabos on this project. And then you got Clean the Lines with this crate digging type of style of instrumental along with some good vocals, and then Cortex and Shining both ride beautifully with the layered melodies. And then you got Shintaro Sakamoto, if I said that right, featuring on the song Indifference, which has this haunting, experimental, dope vibe to it. And then another great feature on the project, Carry Me Away, featuring Norah Jones, one of my personal favorite artists of all time. She's in my personal Mount Rushmore when it comes to music. But this was a soulful surprise, and it's just a stunning collaboration. Norah Jones sounds perfect under Leon's production, and also it also has me thinking to myself, I'm like, maybe we need a Norah Jones Michels Affair collaboration album. I think that would sound amazing. Just throwing it out there, Norah, if you're listening, okay? Another song that I like off here is Take My Hand, which has tender and vintage soul all the way through, and then Victory, which is the closer on the album, excellent closer, feels like a slow-mo final buzzer shot in the midst of 24 hours of listening to this project, and that's figuratively, not literally. My thoughts on the production on this project: Leon Michels stays true to his analog roots. The textures on this project feel live, and the horns, the vintage synths, and the drum breaks are mixed with surgical precision, but still they feel raw and they feel human. And there's so much warmth in the tones, and every track has that just right dusty soul. Now, if I had to critique, the only song that I really care for was Say Goodbye, featuring Florence Adonis. It's emotionally rich, but slightly out of sync with the album's pace to me. And then another song, Open Season, which is decent, but felt like more of a filler track compared to the other standout tracks. But this isn't just background music, it's atmosphere. Whether you're driving late nights, sipping a cup of coffee, or digging through records, 24-hour sports hits with the right consistency. It hits the sweet spot in your ears, and Michels Affair continues to prove they're in a league of their own when it comes to modern soul and cinematic grooves. This one gets a 4.5 out of 5. Yes, 4.5 coffee cups out of 5. And boy, I'm gonna take a sip for this album. Michels Affair, keep it coming, man. This is actually one of his best projects that he's dropped in a long time. Still in my rotation. It's definitely a album of the year contender. And that will do it for this edition of Coffee and Beats. I am your musical barista, Rod the Magnificent. Check out my sister network, Coffee Break Sports. NFL season is going on right now, and I got some episodes going on that channel, so click that link down below and subscribe to that page. I will truly appreciate it, especially if you're a sports fan and you're into the NFL, into the NBA. I'm sure you'll appreciate that channel. But thanks for being here, sitting here, parked here, enjoying another album recommendation. Again, when it comes to coffee, when it comes to music, stay grounded for life. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Peace.